Welcome in, along with Mike Renner. I'm Steve Palazzolo, and this is your Ndamukong Suh free agent profile. The big name along the defensive line in Suh, and he's hitting free agency once again. Not going to break the bank like he did with the Miami Dolphins a couple of years ago, but still an extremely good player, a valuable player as he hits the open market.
Yeah, he's not the same player he was when he ended up signing with Miami. 32 years old now, but he's still at an 82.6 overall grade this past season. Pass rush took a step back. I think if you're signing him, you're realizing you're not going to get the guy that's an every down kind of guy. I don't think you want that. I think you want him in a rotation at this point in his career, but he can still be very effective. Like I said, 82.6 overall grade this past season. Still one of the better among defensive tackles in the NFL.
Is he the type of player, because he has been just a three-down monster for so many years, that as he ages, it gets a little bit later in his career, he can be a little bit more effective in a lesser role and maybe in a more specialist type of role? Yeah,
I think we even saw this past year that you didn't want him rushing you didn't want him on the field every single snap, and they did. I mean, he had played almost 1,000 snaps, including the postseason, has played over 850 snaps every season except for in 2011 of his career, and in that season he had 745. 850 snaps is a ton. Only 5 guys had that many among defensive tackles this past season. So I think if you get a lesser role, because we saw some ugly reps in the run game, just some half reps to get in the pass rush, just because you can't handle that much at his age. Lesser role, get him amped up every single snap. I think you'll still get a very productive player.
Yeah, I'm looking at his player page right now in Premium Stats, all part of PFF Elite, and you can see all those snap totals, over 8,400 snaps in his career, including the playoffs. So just incredible durability for Suh. I also think he's really good at playing multiple roles. He could play a nose tackle, he could play 3 technique, he could play all along that defensive front. So I don't think there are any scheme limitations with Suh. If you want him to penetrate and get up the field, he can do it. If you want him to sit there and just beat up blockers and 2-gap, he can do that as well. So not really limited, I don't think, by any of the other teams that are looking to sign him.
I think he will go to somewhere similar to what he just saw this past season in Los Angeles. A contender, needs him for 1-2 years where he can still be effective. And the team you mentioned that I actually loved was the Patriots. You saw him at the Patriots at some point towards the end of his career, just because that seems like a Patriot signing, and I can get on board with that too. That seems like he wants to get a ring at this point in his career. The money probably doesn't matter as much to him.
There you go. We broke it right here. Suh's going to the Patriots on a 1-year deal. We'll see what happens on the open market, but Ndamukong Suh, not the player he once was, but still an extremely valuable piece as he hits the open market in free agency.